Hello, this is Wissam Zarqa. Today we will talk about again task 3, IELTS task 3, which is talking about abstract ideas. And in specific, we will talk about future, how to talk about things that might happen or might not happen in the future. So this is the eighth unit or the eighth unit in the book. We can say eighth, we can say eighth. Both of them are possible. So it's about task 3, trying to tackle abstract ideas. These are the notes we've already, the tips I mean, already focused on them. So it starts by looking at some people in the past doing things. Maybe this person is listening to MP3. Not all people now are familiar with MP3 because it was maybe active for about a period of time, 3-4 years, at least in Syria. It was very popular for a short period of time before the smartphones became popular, and they just became outdated at that time. Maybe this is the mobile phone, I'm not sure. Maybe he's chatting and she's working on her laptop. All of these things considered technological developments. So before that, listening to music, you had maybe the Walkman, you had to listen to CDs on your computer, and now, we have different ways. Basically, people listen to music online, SoundCloud and other applications. So technology is always developing, and that makes us talk about changes, in fact, and about expectations about the future. For example, which of the things shown in the photographs have you done? For me, all of them. How did people do these things before these modern devices became available? Just a kind of introduction to the topic. Then we have a listening where we have to listen to 3 people answering the 3 questions. We will not do the listening, but let's read the questions anyway. How do you think information technology will change the way people work in the future? Do you think there is a danger that future developments will encourage people to spend more time alone and less time with others? This is a hot topic, always the role of technology in our life, especially social life. Do you think developments in IT will lead to greater human happiness? So this is expectation about future too. Why we have this listening? Because they want you to practice listening to some expressions that talk about future. Let's read them together, the expressions. I can't see that happening, which means I don't think that will happen. If I can't see that happening, it means I don't think that will happen. Example, do you think we will stop using cars completely and start using helicopters or something similar? You can say, I can't see that happening. It means I don't think that really will happen. I think it's quite likely that. So something possible in the future. I think it's quite likely that. This is how we say it. I'd say it's fairly unlikely that. So this is the opposite of the previous one. I'd say it's fairly unlikely. So something not possible to happen. If this continues, it could. We are talking about something. So if it continues, if this continues, it could blah, blah, blah. For example, we are talking about high prices. So I say inflation. I say if this continues, it could cause a lot of disasters in the future, like this. It all depends on, you want to expect something about the future, I say, it all depends on the reaction of people. It all depends on how the government would react to it. I can just use such expressions. Also, I can say my prediction is that, to talk about future, I say, I predict something will happen. So this is what I think will happen. My prediction is that. My prediction is that uh, we will have another war soon, as an example. That doesn't seem very likely to me. This is similar to this one. I'd say it's fairly unlikely that the same. That doesn't seem very likely to me. I don't expect that to happen. And you are talking about something bad, you can say this can only get worse. This can only get worse. It means we have bad things that will happen, worse things that will happen in the future. This will probably mean that. Will probably mean that. So I'm talking about something now, and I say this probably will probably mean that. Again, expectation about the future. What I think will happen is that. All of these expressions can be used to predict things about future. To expect things will happen or to expect that things will not happen. And some expressions just to say, for example, this can only get worse. That's it. Someone telling you about a difficult situation, about situation, you just can't say this. This could be your reaction. This can only get worse. It means I'm pessimistic. I'm not optimistic. And I think what's coming is worse than what we have now. So we have interesting topics here. Let me try to explain them. Rights and wrong. Do you believe that people's individual freedom and privacy will be in danger if IT, information technology, continues to develop at the current rate? It's developing fast now. If it continues to develop at the current rate, at this speed, do you think people's individual freedom and privacy will be in danger? That will affect it badly, I mean. So this is one question. Another question. Do you think that IT-related crime, then sometimes they call it cybercrime anyway, will become a more serious problem in the future? Do you think society will deal with any increase in crime? So this is a question about crimes related to IT. Will they increase? Will it become a more serious problem? How the society will react to it? So this is one topic. Another topic is about money. It's all about future. So that's why we learn these expressions. Money. How do you think developments in information technology will alter the way individuals deal with their money in the future? Alter, it means change. Alter. So how do you think developments in information technology will alter the way individuals deal with their money in the future? Will people keep using the same methods of paying, of dealing in money, or they just use electronic currency, or they will just use their credit cards, don't use cash anymore? All of these are possibilities. How do you predict people's shopping habits will change in the future? Here you can talk more about shopping online and such things. Okay, the third topic is creativity, to be creative. In what ways does technology currently make it easier for individuals to be creative in music, writing, and visual arts? More and more technology is affecting these things. Can it help people be more creative? Or make it easier for them to be creative in music? I can just, if you don't understand how how you can answer this question, for example, can give example, tablet. Now I don't need to buy a piano, for example, so that my daughter can try if she can play the music or not. She can just have an application on the tablet and try playing the piano. It would not sound like real piano, but it will give her an idea about the way it works anyway. So this is an example about technology, and the same for maybe visual arts, you know. Now we have some competitions about using technology to produce some paintings. So it's becoming reality now. For writing, can it help you be creative or not? There might be different answers. I remember one unique answer from one of the students. He said because of the autocorrection or prediction, yeah, you should write this. You start writing and they continue the sentence for you. There will be no creativity. They will suggest for you what to say. Uh, and it could also be helpful because, you know, now it's easier to write and get the feedback from people. If you are really creative, you will have a lot of followers. You don't need to publish a book first and go through the long process. You can easily become popular using social media platforms. Okay, another question. Do you believe that future developments will make it easier for more people to realize their creative potential? Potential, yeah. It means potential, it means ability that might be hidden now. Potential, it means you have the ability, but it's not really visualized. It's not really clear to everyone, even not to you. So potential for something, it means the hidden seeds, let's say. This is potential. So do you believe that future developments will make it easier for more people to realize, to know about their creative potential, how creative they might be? These are not easy questions, okay? Uh, because as I've told you, talking about abstract ideas is always problematic, but such expressions as these ones can help you start. Okay? For example, when we say, do you believe that people's individual freedom and privacy will be in danger if IT continues to develop at current rate? I can start by saying it all depends on the security measures we take, for example. So start like this. It will help me to start like that. Okay, I can continue. Say my prediction is that there will be more security measures and that will make it safe, in fact, not dangerous, such things. Okay, let's do this case. Do you think that IT-related crime will become more serious problem in the future? I can say yes, this can only get worse. We have more and more crimes, and that will continue like this, I can say. Do you, sorry, how well do you think society will deal with any increase in crime? What I think will happen is that the society will become more active in dealing with such dangerous issues. I can start like this. Just let me go through all the questions just to practice these expressions. About money, how do you think development in information technology will alter the way individuals deal with their money in the future? I can say, I think it's quite likely that people will stop using cash and they might use just credit cards or ATM cards, and it will be all done electronically, let's say. The transfer of money, the exchange of products and such things, let's say. So I can just say, I think it's quite likely that. How do you predict people's shopping habits will change in the future? I can say, for example, I think what I think will happen is that my prediction is that uh, all shopping will become online. As an example, just like this. In what ways does technology currently make it easier for individuals to be creative in music, writing, and visual arts? I can say I'd say it's fairly unlikely that um, people will depend completely on technology to create creative works of art, but a lot of people will also use technology to make it easier for them to create uh, creative works of art. As an example, not a very good answer anyway, but just it could be about how to use the expression. Do you believe that future developments will make it easier for more people, yeah, to realize their creative potential? I can say I can't see that happening. I don't believe that future developments will help people realize their creative potential. I don't believe what I said, but I just want to practice the sentence. I can't see that happening anyway. So these expressions, it's about using them. They can help you a lot to start, and then you can add information. Okay, so it's all about using these expressions. Um, they will just help you whenever you want to talk about anything in the future. Okay, that was it. Uh, let's say see you next video, inshallah. This is, I guess, was unit 8. I will try to cover about 10 units of the book. So see you soon, inshallah.